What we started was we went into very hardcore settlement where we identified there were a lot of rascals of drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and young people were exploited and manipulated in the wrong way. So we just went there, we opened our hearts, and we didn't see them as bad people, or we just saw them as one of us, and we just said, you know what, come and do yoga with us. And at first, obviously, we had trust issues and whether they want to come or not. But we just went. Sometimes we offered them some T-shirts from the municipal government, or maybe we had caps, or sometimes we shared bananas. And so we came. So we used food, we used music. Mainly, we used just love and non-judgment. And then we went there and we started teaching yoga. And one or two will come, and then they start telling their friends. And for them, it was like maybe they were mentally not accepted, but they had a physical body that was strong, and yoga allowed them to use the strength that they have in their physical body to begin to reach different things that they never thought was possible. So also using music, using inspirational music with words like we like the Black Eyed Peas, One Tribe, and Give Love Away. We use this kind of music to actually infuse the message across and use the physical body to move in the prescribed yogic way, and people begin to get interested, and more people come. And then we had a lot of people standing in the side watching, and those people who were before whole day sitting around taking drugs, 1 hour in a week, they will come to do yoga. And then eventually they begin to feel good, and they look forward for 1 week of yoga. And we didn't tell them that don't do this or don't do that. We just said, just come and do yoga. And what happened is they started following me to different communities, and they start telling me, you know what, let us just go to this community and my friends are there. So they took us and we went, and they were our assistants. Now we use them as role models. Some of them can stand on their head, or some of them can do flips, when before, they didn't have an opportunity to go. So they were already feeling good that they were visible, they were involved, they were part of something bigger. And then eventually I started like a yoga teacher training program, where they were given, and then monthly we would also do team building activities. We would watch inspiring movies of people like Bob Marley, for example. We used some sport hero and how his life have changed, coming from very humble beginning. And then they got really inspired. Then through the yoga teacher training program, the program keeps them for 1 year, and we give them a salary if they go to a new community and they teach 5 classes a week to their brothers and sisters. So if they come to me, they have a small lesson plan of what they did, and they have ticks that they have taught 5 classes. They get 10 kina, which is only about $5 or something, which is enough to buy some phone credit and to pay for. And then not enough to buy alcohol or cigarette, but enough to put phone credits, So we had to be careful of how they use the money. So we paid them a small little stipend, and then they realized that more they do, the more money they can get. And after 1 year, they become more resourceful. They become a little bit more responsible, and they want to do more things. And then when we incorporated with the yoga program, we had a little bit more funding from the municipal government, and we started placing them in different communities as activators. So now the mothers are looking at these young people who were before a problem, and right now, maybe they're still stealing, maybe they're still going out in the nights, but at least 2 hours or 3 hours a day, they're out there teaching and doing something positive. And we hope that the positive experience will soon replace the negative experience from being bullied or from being scared by the gang member, and then the gang member is looking, slowly people are getting a little bit more resourceful. So now they are spread, and we are also creating employment so that they can go to a different province and different city and start working with youth. So now the mothers are happy, the young people are happy, and we are attracting more and more people to come walking and to do yoga. So we see that it is a positive trend moving forward, and we would like to also introduce them to indigenous communities, let's say in Australia. Because when I was in the Vatican, I shared the stories of how these champions who were marginalized and who had, studying problem, they are dyslexic, they probably don't like school. And then all of a sudden they are becoming role models. So now people are getting interested, and I'm also sending them out, like for example, come with me to conferences like this, and they're getting exposure, and they are also encouraging others like them to join into the movement and take sports a little bit more seriously.